My brother-in-law Derek pulled me aside in the hallway and told me I needed to change my dress before anyone else saw me. I was standing there holding a pie, thinking he had to be joking, but he wasn't. He had that same look he always gets, like he's in charge of what everyone else should be doing. I was wearing a dark green wrap dress. Simple, nothing flashy. The same one I wore to my office holiday party last year. My husband Gavin had literally told me 20 minutes earlier, "You look amazing." But Derek just looked at me and said, "This isn't appropriate for my parents' house. Show some respect." Respect. Coming from him, that word felt ridiculous. Derek has been living with my in-laws for about a year and a half now, ever since his wife Rhea left him. She didn't just leave, she filed for divorce. And honestly, no one was surprised. For 6 years, he controlled everything she did. What she wore, where she went, who she talked to. Rhea finally moved to Seattle and started her own photography business. And Derek moved back into his parents' house, into the room above the garage. Somewhere along the way, he decided he was going to start controlling everyone else too, especially me. At first, it was small comments. At my mother-in-law's birthday brunch, my skirt was too much. At the 4th of July barbecue, my shorts were too short. One time he even told me I should try dressing more appropriately. Every time I looked at Gavin. And every time he said the same thing. Just ignore him, he's going through a lot. His mom would say, "He's fragile right now, don't make it worse." So I let it go, every single time. Because I thought keeping the peace mattered more. But Thanksgiving was different. There were 12 people at the table. Food was being passed around, people talking, laughing, normal. Then Derek put his fork down and said, "I still think you should have changed. That neckline isn't appropriate for a family dinner." The entire table went quiet. No one said anything. But suddenly, everyone was looking, not at me, at my chest. Because he pointed it out. I felt it immediately. Not embarrassment. Anger. I set my fork down and said, "Does anyone else at this table have a problem with what I'm wearing?" Silence. No one backed him up. No one defended me either. Just silence. I looked at him and said, "There are 12 people sitting here, and you're the only one who can't stop staring at my chest." His face turned red instantly. "Excuse me?" he snapped. I didn't raise my voice. I just said, "The problem isn't my dress. The problem is you." He shoved his chair back so hard it scraped across the floor, knocked over his glass, and stormed out. The door slammed behind him. And then, all eyes were on me. My mother-in-law was the first to speak. "You embarrassed him in front of everyone." I looked at her and said, "He's been embarrassing me for a year and a half." She immediately defended him. "He's hurting. His life fell apart." I said, "That doesn't give him the right to control mine." She didn't like that. Then she said something I don't think I'll ever forget. "If you can't have empathy for him, maybe you should spend the holidays with your own family." That's when something in me just clicked. I said, "Rhea had empathy for 6 years. Look how that turned out." The silence after that was heavy. No one stopped me when I stood up. No one stopped him either. I grabbed my coat and walked out. When I got to the car, I realized something. I wasn't crying. I was just done. Gavin came out about 15 minutes later. He got in the passenger seat and didn't say a single word the entire drive home. When we got inside, the only thing he said was, "You ruined Thanksgiving." That was it. Then he grabbed a blanket and slept on the couch. And he's still there. It's been 5 days, and he still hasn't said a word to me. This morning, his mom texted me. She said I should apologize to Derek and think about whether I really want to be part of this family. I stared at that message for a long time. Then I replied, "I've been thinking about that since the first time no one chose to stand up for me."